Hi guys! Welcome back to English class. Teacher Adam here, at your service. We are down to the last sentence structure that will complete our list. After discussing simple, compound, and complex sentences, it's time for us to know the combination of these all. But before we start the discussion, cue in intro first. Have you heard of the French word portmanteau? It refers to a word that is created or formed by combining two different terms to create a new entity. Here are examples. First, we have the term frenemy, which comes from the words friend and enemy. It refers to a person who is supposed to be a friend, but whose actions are more characteristics of a foe. Second, the verb guesstimate comes from the words guess and estimate. It means to estimate without solid facts or figures. Third, we have emoticon, a term coined from the words emotion and icon. This refers to the use of keyboard characters to represent a facial expression. Next, we have workaholic, a term derived from work and alcoholic. It is an adjective describing an individual who works for excessive hours. Then we have brunch, the combination of the words breakfast and lunch, or a meal that is eaten after breakfast but before lunch. Finally, we have bionic, which comes from the words biology and electronic. This refers to the artificial body parts that have been enhanced by technology. The terms I have just shared with you, which we call portmanteaus, give us ideas that are better expressed when a combination of terms is used. In this same way, there are ideas that are better expressed when all the important details come in just one sentence. This sentence structure is referred to as compound complex sentence. And this is the topic that we are going to focus on today. A compound complex sentence has more than one part that can stand alone and at least one that cannot. This means that a compound complex sentence must at least have two independent clauses, the parts that can stand alone, and a dependent clause, the part made of a subordinating conjunction and an independent clause. These different parts of a sentence are connected or linked by conjunctions. Let us have an example. Baron is a smart guy, but he always gets low scores in exams because he is just too lazy to study. In this sentence, there are two independent clauses. The first one is Baron is a smart guy, while the second one is he always gets low scores in exams. These clauses are connected by a comma and a coordinating conjunction but. Then the remaining clause, because he is just too lazy to study, is considered dependent as it is headed by the subordinating conjunction because. From this example, we can see that the two independent clauses make up a compound sentence, while the dependent clause makes them complex. Therefore, this example is really a compound complex sentence. That's how easy you spot a compound complex sentence. All you have to see is the combination of the last two sentence structures that we discussed in class. Here is another example. We raised funds by selling cookies, and we donated all proceeds to a known charitable institution since we wanted to help the typhoon victims. In this sentence, we raised funds by selling cookies is the first independent clause, while we donated all proceeds to a known charitable institution is the second one. They are connected by a comma and a coordinating conjunction and. They make up a compound sentence. The dependent clause, since we wanted to help the typhoon victims, is headed by the subordinating conjunction since. Added to the independent clauses mentioned earlier, this makes up a complex sentence. Therefore, this is an example of a compound complex sentence. It is possible for the independent clauses and the dependent clause of a compound complex sentence to switch positions. The dependent clause may be positioned at the beginning part of the sentence provided that a comma will be added after it. Here is an example. Before the quarter ends, all students must submit their subject requirements so their teachers won't have a hard time computing their grades. In this sentence, the dependent clause is headed by the subordinating conjunction before, while a comma separates it from the two independent clauses, which are linked by a comma and the coordinating conjunction so. Just a gentle reminder, please do not forget to punctuate your compound complex sentence properly. Notice this example. Whether the sun shows up or not, I will still jog around the village, for I need to have a physical activity. If the dependent clause is at the beginning part of the sentence, a comma must be added after it, separating it from the independent clauses. On the other hand, another comma must come before the coordinating conjunction that connects the two independent clauses. It's time for you to do homework number 16 and test how well you comprehended today's lesson. Connect the following simple sentences to make compound complex sentences using conjunctions and punctuation marks. Sentences must make sense, so use only appropriate conjunctions. On your notebook, write only your answers. Once done, take a picture of your work and upload it to Schoology. Before this discussion ends, allow me to share with you another Bible verse that is related to our lesson for today. Philippians 1:6. And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Our lesson for today teaches us that through a compound complex sentence, we may express all needed details that make our thoughts complete in just one sentence. Speaking of completion, it is the Lord who enables us to complete what good work He has started in us. The help and the provisions that we need all come from His abundant supply. This gives us the security and confidence that as long as we are doing what brings glory to God's name, there is no reason to quit. We have to keep on doing what He called us to do, as He will sustain our needs. With that, we have to be truly grateful. Blessed be the name of the Lord. That's the end of today's discussion. Thank you for watching this video. For questions or clarifications, take note of them for the meantime, then let's talk about them in our live class. Or you may also book a consultation schedule with me. I really hope that you had fun learning English today. See you on my next video. Stay safe and God bless.